Hello everyone, how you doing? Hope your week's going as good as mine. Everything's great, nice and warm. Unfortunately I have to go to a dentist tomorrow, so that's gonna suck. I hate dentists, I don't know about you. I've always hated them. Even though I have no reason. I've never been hurt by a dentist. My dentists have always been good. But anyway, I was working today and had some extra time, so I stopped and picked up a few things. Stopped at Home Depot, grabbed a couple of Husky wrenches that were cheap, like $4 something for the 14mm regular combination wrench, and $8 something for the 14mm ratcheting wrench. Which, as some of you know, that what I do is I chop off the open ends, weld them together, and make a long wrench like this one. This one was a 17mm that I did, and I've done a 10mm too. And they have the regular boxed end on one and the ratcheting end on the other. And I just kind of do them. I know you can like buy something like them, but I just buy them when they're cheap and make them, weld them together myself. It's interesting, something to do. Eventually I'll have a full set. Let's see, what else did I pick up at Home Depot? I grabbed one of these spreaders, Scott's Handy Green seed spreader, fertilizer spreader. Great for applying fertilizer, grass seed, and ice melt. I never even thought of that. Perfect for ice melt in winter. But yeah, it has a setting. I didn't know. I also picked up, I have a quick question for you guys too, but I picked up some of this. Let me see if you can see that. You can, perfectly. Scott's Lawn Response 911. And it's a grass 3-in-1 solution formulated to help turn weak, thin lawns into thick, healthy, dark green play areas in one easy application. And it has a little chart here too, depending on the spreader, which I didn't even realize. So for this Scott's handheld spreader, you turn to setting 4. That's handy. I didn't even realize it had different settings for, I guess, the ratio it spreads it out to. Oh yeah, it controls how far that little valve opens. That's kind of cool. Yeah, these were like 20 bucks. I don't know why these things are so expensive. That should be like 5 bucks. And these were on sale for like 20 bucks. But my question to you guys is, do you use a fertilizer? Like, our lawn is healthy. Just some areas around the edges of the sidewalk and some places where I had things in the yard over the winter that are a little bit on the edges of the sidewalk. It's from pouring salt on the sidewalk, and so it kind of browns the grass, burns it. It'll come back eventually, but I want something that'll speed it up and make the lawn nicer. And there's a couple of bald spots that could use it. What do you guys use for fertilizer in spring? Do you just apply more grass seed or what? So this is the first thing I'm trying. It just rescues thin, weak lawns. So figured I'd give that a try. Let me know what you guys use. Princess Auto, I grabbed some flat black paint. I go through a ton of this stuff. I use it on all sorts of things. Some Bondo, it's fiberglass resin catalyst. Repairing the hot tub. It's got a crack in the glass. I don't know how it happened or how long it's been there. But I went to patch it the other day and I was all out of catalyst. I don't know what happened to it. I have lots of resin, polyester resin, but no catalyst. And this stuff, it actually loses its potency after a while. And the stuff I had was a few years old. Another thing I got was ball joint separator. And I just opened this. This is a Princess Auto. It was on sale for like 20 bucks. You guys probably get them in like, we pay 20 bucks here. So you guys probably get them at Harbor Freight for like $3.99 or something. But I was quite impressed. The thing that impressed me is if you look, it actually has a ball bearing on the end of this. So when it contacts against the lever part of it, in theory, this makes for exciting video. But it actually, if you look, it rides on the bearing instead of on the end of the screw and makes it easier to turn. So that's pretty impressive. I was pretty surprised to see that. That's cool. I don't know if they all have that because I don't have one of these. I have a different method usually for removing ball joints. But I do enough of them, I figured I'd grab one of these and give it a try. And this adjusts. There we go. Oh, it pulls out too. Cool. Well, isn't that neat? Oh, so it has 2 different settings. It can go up or down. Well, that's super cool. Didn't even know that. Anyway, usually I just use a BFH or another method of putting a ratchet between the knuckle, or the knuckle and the control arm and dropping it So yeah, I got those things. And also I have another one of these. I picked up another one of these at Princess Auto. It's an 8-foot by 8-foot welding blanket. And I just use it in the garage here if I've got something in here that I'm welding close to and I don't want to burn. Like my car, sometimes I park here and I've already ruined the passenger side window. It's covered in little specks, little rusty specks of metal that have melted their way into the glass. So I've got one. Now I have two and I should probably use them instead of burning my glass. So that's what I have. Another thing, I'll do a quick little show you thing that I've been up to. Some of you might have seen it, this ashtray that I bought a while ago. It was all this ugly gold color. It's got about 6 layers of paint on it. I took it apart, and it's a big stand-up ashtray. It's got that inside's. So I wire wheeled it to get all the gold off, the paint and corrosion. This thing, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I'll hold it up to the light. It's a little worn thin on the bottom there. Everything else is good. The base of this thing is in really nice shape. That just sits on top. And this thing is super heavy. This is like not a cheap stamped steel part. It's like cast iron. Does it say? Oh, it hasn't. I haven't even noticed this. It says what? Electrolyte. Toronto, Canada. Well, that's very cool. I'm just noticing that now. How observant am I? But it turned out really nice with the wire wheel. I might just clear coat it when it's all finished and put back together. And I don't smoke anymore, so I think I'll just give it to my mother. She still smokes. 80 years old, 2 packs a day. It's crazy. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to. And I did some more. For those of you, in case any of you guys are curious, I finished the bench slash fountain slash planter. Oh look, there's a bird on the fountain. On the fence there. Some bench seats in it. Bench seats lift up for storage underneath. With water running off now. Got lights in the corner. Looks quite nice at night. Get the hammock out. The chair over here with the umbrella. So it's getting quite lovely out there. One of these days I'll have time to go actually sit out there and enjoy it. So anyway, so that's it. That's my small tool haul and a bit of an update on what I've been up to lately. So have a great day. Thanks for watching and have a good one.